up, you guys? It's Zaneyah's World, and I'm back again with another video. With that being, wait, hold on. We ain't gonna get too far into it, because guess who's here? Introduce yourself.
My name's Angela, and I am ZZ's mother.
Oh. Oh my God, please. You don't gotta feel that. Today, today's my mom's birthday. What do you have to say? And how old are you turning?
I am turning 21. Okay, 43. And I'm grateful to even see another year. Thank you.
So you guys already know I do a whole bunch of crazy story times about my life and what I do. So now we're just gonna hear Mama Angela's stories and everything that she went through, and we're gonna get like a mini story times, and we're gonna ask her questions about her life so that we can look back on this video. So with that being said, you guys like, comment, and what?
Share.
Subscribe, Mom. Okay, come on. With that being said, you guys like, comment, and what?
Subscribe. It's subscribe, right?
It is. But why are you acting like that? You're acting real dingy. Like, what's going on? Okay.
So it's subscribe.
With that being said, you guys like, comment, and what?
Subscribe. Hey.
Okay. We're gonna get to the video now.
I be sliding on these pipe beats, nigga talk like who she. I had.
So off camera, I went and I did her lashes and her eyebrows. So the first thing we're gonna get into is, what age did you have all of us? Mind you, I have an older sister, me, and then my younger sister. So talk about your experience of being a young mom to also having a demon child. So go.
Oh, yes, I do have a demon child. Okay, I had my first child, my oldest, at 17. My next one, everyone is about 7 to 8 years apart.
What? You just lying.
No, you guys are 7, 8 years apart.
Me and Tia are 4 years apart.
Oh, that seems like it. Sorry, the numbers ain't matching. But yeah.
You had kids young.
Yes, I did.
Uh-huh. So
I'm happy that I had kids young, so I can be a young grandma. And I'm a grandmother. I love being a grandma.
Mom, why are you acting like you don't talk?
I do talk. What you want me to talk about? Keep it going. Just not too personal, honey buns.
Obviously, you guys, my mom has a crazier dating history than me. And I'm just gonna make her tell you guys one of her craziest dating stories ever. So something that we were talking about, and I asked her the other day if she was okay with telling this story, but my mom, she almost got killed in front of us by this man. So would you like to tell your side of the story?
It's funny now, but it was not funny when it happened. So let's get started. I love me some crazy men, some Jamaican men. This one was
Mom, why are you talking so slow?
I don't know. You want to? Okay, yes. This one was a little bit too crazy.
Okay, come on.
Okay. All right. I had broke up with him. Mm-hmm. Kicked him out of my house. He got a hold of my sister and said, I don't remember if he said, oh, he just butted her up and for her to open the door. She knew him, so she thought it was okay to let him in. So she let him in. He called me. He took a picture of himself and my kids in my house. Mm-mm. I ran home so fast. Me and my best friends for years. It's about 4 of them. And we get to the house, go in the room. He tells me he needs to talk to me. I go in the room. This Negro pushed me on the bed, and he had a knife underneath the bed. He said he didn't know how the knife got under there. But I started screaming, and my friends, all my friends are big. He called my friends, he called them football players, because they're big back football players. He said, my friends must have bust that door down so fast and got him off of me. He ran out the house. Ended up calling 911. Why? The police, they run into my apartment. He walking right past the police, talking about who called the police on me.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. He ended up stalking me for a good 6 months after that.
Really? Like how? Like was he just showing up places?
He was just showing up places where I was at. He ended up, my friend passed away, rest in peace. He ended up staying at her house, and they were talking like,
Like talking?
no, talking about me. She just couldn't believe I put him out. And that he said that he didn't know how the knife got there. If you guys would have seen how big this knife was, he don't know how it got there. Mm-hmm. But let me do a little backstory. The reason why I broke up with him. Mm-hmm. The FBI contacted me.
What? Wait, the FBI?
Yes, the feds contacted me and said that he was wanted for murder. He said he didn't do it, but
in Jamaica.
No, it was in New York. He unalived his baby mother's boyfriend.
What?
Yes.
Is he in jail now?
I don't know, but he ended up, I talked to him like years later. He was still on the run and he never went to jail.
Really?
He got his teeth fixed. He looked better, but I had to remind myself, that man is crazy. He almost tried to kill me. To this day, he said, I don't even remember his name. Yeah, I do. His name is Matt.
Matt?
Yeah, his name was Matt, and he has a Green Reaper tattoo on his arm. And that man lived up to being a Green Reaper.
Just being crazy. From my recollection, how that day went, I just remember screaming, and I remember my aunts, my mom's best friends that we call our aunts. I just remember running out, like them telling us to leave and get in the car and leave out. And I remember we had to leave the house while my mom talked to the police.
I still can't believe the police they ran right past him. And he just was walking like normal, talking about who called the police on me. Yeah, it was that's one of the most scariest experiences I had with men.
Really? When he tried to...
And he still wanted to be with me after that. Like,
really?
What?
Just obsessed.
Yes, he told, after this, he told, because I still was talking to him, y'all, like a big old dummy. After this, he told me to go meet his friend at the Greyhound because they had some money for me. And because he was supposed to help me with my rent. You know, I'm like, okay, I'll go meet your friend. Tell me why he gets in the car with the hoodie on.
He does?
And was like, drive. What the hell? Yes. So I ended up, I'm like, you said I was meeting your friend, not you. Where the hell did you come from? So I ended up dropping him off at his parents' house. But after that, I didn't see him.
For years after?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how was it being married? Because you were married to my dad for a couple years. I know that was traumatic, and I always talked about my dad. But essentially, like, overall, how was being married? You know
what? Being married was good because it saved me. Because all my other friends, they were out, having fun, going to...
going to where?
Mexico. What do you call that? Where's everybody be going?
Cancun.
No, not Cancun.
Puerto Rico.
No, where you going for spring break?
Oh, Miami.
No, it's in Mexico. So everybody
Puerto
goes.
Rico.
No, everybody goes there. That's from Arizona.
Who?
I can't think.
Oh, Rocky Road.
Rocky Point.
Rocky Point, yeah.
Everybody goes to Rocky Point. I didn't get to do certain things, but I'm grateful because I probably would have been out there, being a little, extra. So all the years that my friends were out partying and having fun like you're supposed to in your younger years, I was at home being Molly the maid.
To my dad?
Yes. It was a good marriage until he started smoking marijuana. Crack? Ain't no crackheads over here, honey. Crack is whack. No.
So would you want us to get married young, like in our early 20s, like, would you want me to get married right now?
No, I mean, whatever makes you happy, but I would want you to make sure you know the person first. And it's even hard to even say that you know a person because they can switch on you so quick.
No, really, they can. And I feel like, okay, so how did you feel? We're going to use his real name because he don't got no money to sue me or nothing.
Don't even just make up a name.
Okay, about him.
Very sneaky.
Uh-huh.
He appeared very nice and innocent, but he put you through a roller coaster, and I did not like that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Just a liar.
Yeah. So, like, how did he act around you?
Quiet. Everything, like when you would tell me your little stories, I couldn't believe it because he just seemed so respectful. But that's usually how guys act around the parents. Yeah, I liked him until after you told me stories. And then he still was coming after you. Like, what the
I know,
hell?
talk about that. Because I feel like people don't believe that he came to your job and told you that he was in love with you.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. Yes, he came to my job because she changed her number. She's quick to change her number on somebody.
Yep.
But he came to my job and he was like, I really love your daughter. Can you talk to her? I want to be with her. Here's my number. Can you give it to her? I'm like, okay, there ain't nothing I can do because once Zaneyah has her mind made up, that's it. That ain't the first time. The second time she had moved. No, did he leave it before?
No, when I moved, I was already gone.
She had moved and there was a note on the door.
And what did that note say?
You know who this is. When you can you please call me? I really miss you. Mm-hmm. Like, ugh. Leave her alone. Leave my daughter alone.
Did you do something in another lifetime that made our date? Did somebody in your family do something bad in another lifetime that made our dating life so horrible?
No, it's just this generation
Yeah.
of men. I mean, it's just the generation of men. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Very immature. Cheaters. No one knows how to be loyal anymore.
Yeah. Do you think that the older men are better to be with than the younger ones?
Hell no. The older men is just as bad.
Just as bad.
Because they're set in their ways.
Yeah.
It's crazy because everybody that I've dated, every single one, except for one or two, all want to get back with me. Really? Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Why do you think they want to get back with you?
I don't know. You tell me.
Ew! What?
I'm joking. I don't know.
Okay.
But no, that's a true story.
If you could go back and tell your child self something, what would you tell him?
My child self? I would tell myself to be patient.
Be patient.
And not rush life.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would tell myself.
And why do you think that? Because I feel like a lot of young girls right now are trying to find themselves, and we don't really have a lot of guidance or people telling us what to do and how to do it. So why would you tell yourself to be patient? Do you think you rushed a lot?
I did.
When you were younger?
I did rush. I rushed into a lot of relationships where I could have been more patient instead of trying to I don't want to be by myself. Now, I'm like, oh, I feel good to be by myself. Mm-hmm. No.
Any questions you want to ask me about things that I have not shared with you? You can ask something personal and tell you the truth.
I don't know. I'm not ready for that. I don't have any questions. I don't feel like, well, sometimes parents don't need to know everything, but I think I know enough. I don't know what to ask you. Are you dating now?
No.
When's the last time you went on a date?
Let's not get it. the other day.
You told me.
I know. The other day I went on a date, y'all. Let me tell you about this crazy stuff I went through. And then let me tell you what happened after. So I didn't really go on a date. I was at the House of Weirdos, and I was like, this guy was like, oh, I want to take you out. I want to go get African food with you, because I was like, that's my favorite food. And then I was like, okay, cool. Like, that sounds fun. Right then and there, he's like, okay, right when you get off, let's go on it. Like, let's go out to eat. So, mind you, he was waiting for a while. This man comes up to me, and he's like laughing and giggly. And he got drinks before he came to me. So I'm like, oh, okay. So you were already drinking before you came to see me and want to hang out with me, right? So we end up not walking, when he drove us to this restaurant, and we were supposed to go to Nando's, but there's a restaurant right next to Nando's that's a Mexican restaurant that just opened up. And somebody that I have not seen in, mind you, months comes out of the Mexican restaurant and is like, hey, how are you? Like, long time no see. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so you work here, you're a server here at the new Mexican restaurant. So I'm like, okay, bam, boom. I'm like, let's just go there because I know the server and he'll probably probably hook us up. So we go in there and we sit down and I'm just talking to him. And mind you, I seen several red flags, right? Go like this. I seen several red flags. Like, there was like one, when I asked him, does he go to school? He then goes, yeah, I go to school. And then I go, okay, so what school you go to? He goes, oh, I actually go to like I got a certification that I found online. Like, that don't even make no sense. And obviously, okay, I understand, oh, you go to school, but it's like, you're getting a certification. Like, why couldn't you just tell me that? Now you're trying to like up it with me, and I don't like that. So then the next time, we're just talking, and like, I'm just getting completely like, oh yeah, we're not gonna work out, because y'all already know I don't have really good boundaries, and I'm still trying to learn what I like and what I don't like. So when I see the first red flag, I'm dipping out. And this is why I have not been dating lately, because it's like, I don't really gotta take you out on a date to see that I'm not gonna match with you, right? So we end up talking, and we end up getting some shots, and I only ordered one, but he was like, no, double shots. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. The shots come out, I drink one. I got sick the other day from drinking, and I'm just like, I don't want to get drunk because I'm out with a man, and two, I don't want his first impression of me to be me being drunk. So we end up talking, and again, I'm just very turned off by him. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm like, okay, are you ready to go? Are you good to go? And he's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. So I'm like, okay. And he's like, oh, you're not gonna take your other shot? And I'm like, okay, we could take it. But then I'm like thinking about it, and I'm like, this is why I need to start having boundaries, and I need to just say no, because I just said that I was sick the other day and I only wanted to take one drink and I didn't want to be drunk. So let me just say no and just have, set that boundary right then and there. So he's like, oh, just take it out. And then he's like, okay, never mind, you don't have to take it. So I end up just I'm like, do you want my shot? He takes my shot, and he takes his shot. And then, mind you, my friend, he ended up bringing me a margarita, and I'm like, oh no, like, I don't really want this margarita. But right when my friend bought me the margarita, he's like, I wanted the drink, like, right when he got out there. Like, he's like, oh my God, that looks good. What is that? Oh, that looks good. And just kept making comments about it. So at this point, I'm like, oh, so you probably just want my drink. So once I'm about to leave and not drink the drink, I'm like, do you just want it? Because he keeps asking me about it. So then I gave it to him, and this man chugs the margarita in front of me. Okay? And then I ask him, like, do you do this all the time? And he goes, yeah, I do this all the time. Like, during the summer, like, I would drink at big bottles of Don Julio by myself.
What?
Yes. And then I asked him, did he do that with friends sometimes? And he was like, sometimes, but not all the time, right? So I'm already super completely turned off. I get home. My mom comes into town the next day. I tell her about it, and she's laughing at it. Mind you, she already heard about this story, so she's laughing about it, and I'm just like, oh, this is funny. Let me go and tell the internet about it. So I make a video, and I talk about it, and I start getting called a 304.
That's because you want to set boundaries. That's not right. You should not listen to people on the internet. First of all, they don't know you.
Yeah. So I start getting called a 304. Is it okay if I cuss? A thought. I start getting called like everything underneath the sun. Hold on. I simply did not want to talk to this man because he's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't want to get involved with it, because if he's showing signs of being an alcoholic, that means it's gonna get worse and worse. Mm-hmm. Then you're gonna be ending up dealing with a man that is an alcoholic, and that's not good. It's gonna be hard for you to get out of that relationship.
Yeah, and people are just like trying to make me feel bad for. They're like, oh well, I bet you he didn't go on the internet and talk about you because you were gonna waste his money. Like what? So
you have your own money,
mind you. I was fully willing to pay for that drink,
but you had your own money.
Yeah, and I feel like men do not allow women to be women, and like they either like nothing is good enough for men, okay? Because if I were to stay with him and then let's say he ends up playing me, and then I go to the internet and I'm like, I should have known that he was a red flag because he got drunk on our first date, and then a whole bunch of men would have been swiping up and been like, oh, you should have known that he was going to be a bad person when he got drunk. And it's just like, you never win with men. Nothing is ever good enough. You have to be kind of like what people say, the perfect freaking victim for men to actually believe you and respect your decisions.
It's true.
And it's dumb.
I think you did a good job.
Yeah, but then I just wanted to be funny and go to the internet and talk about it.
She said too many men was coming. She couldn't roast all of them.
I couldn't roast all of them at once. They were all rolling in. They were rolling in one by one.
And it was too early in the morning. Like, don't y'all got jobs?
Okay. Thank y'all. This is me doing my mom's makeup. With that being said, I love you guys. And please like, comment, and subscribe. With that being said, I love you guys. And what?
Have a good day.
Have a good day. Bye.